Hi everybody, and welcome to my beer den. I'm Ben, the North Carolina Craft Beer Explorer, and I'm inviting you to share in my journey to sample the best beers in North Carolina.
Today, I have a confession to make to you. I don't like IPAs. So how can I, with a craft beer blog, not like what is indisputably the most popular craft beer style in America? Well, a little background. When I first started drinking craft beers about a dozen years ago in Texas, I loved IPAs. That's what I drank. But over the years, I just started getting burned out on them. They all started tasting the same to me, just too much hops. So I started trying the other beer styles, craft lagers, porters, ambers. I even like sours now, but I just don't like IPA. But I realize now that I have to reconcile with IPA. I have to, get back together with it. So, I need to be able to understand the difference between a West Coast IPA and New England style, between all the different hops types like Simcoe and Citra and, all that. And, but before that, let's have some fun. As we know, IPA is the most controversial style of craft beer of all. There's just as many haters as there are lovers. So to get into that subject, we're going to go to the undisputed reference for all things controversial, Reddit. I found a thread here by someone who is an IPA hater, and he started off by saying, I got 4 different highly rated IPAs from my local store today and to try them instead of my usual lager. And I have to say, how do y'all drink that garbage? I'm drunk and it still tastes awful. And somebody else chimed in, IPAs are disgusting. They give me a headache and they're way too bitter. I hate walking into a brew pub and I see 15 IPAs up on the board and 1 amber and 1 sour and Coors Light and Bud and Big Old Ultra. I guess I'll just have to have water. And somebody else chimed in, he says, apparently it's a genetic thing like cilantro tasting like soap. Some of us just can't do IPAs. So on the pro side, the IPA supporter side, somebody said, that's very interesting. The first time I tried one, it was like, this is what I've been waiting for all my life. And once you learn how to differentiate between flavors, a whole new world opens up to you. So the most level-headed of all, you have to listen to this guy. If you'd like to explore the flavors, start with pale ales or IPL, Indian Pale Lagers. Both are lighter, less hoppy, but expose you to the hoppy flavor without shoving it down your throat. So my takeaway from all this is that I promise to dedicate myself to exploring that wonderful full spectrum of IPAs. Open my mind, open my taste buds, and give it a try. In fact, I'm thinking once I go through that journey, it'd be really great to have a blind taste test and invite one of my IPA-loving beer bros into the whole test and just see how that plays out. Wouldn't that be fun? But that's a post for later. Meantime, happy drinking and hoppy trails.